walks out of frame. Just
okay, I want to welcome everybody to the Lagoona Bay Community Meeting. This meeting is a requirement as part of the rezoning process from the town of Huntersville. Before we get started, I'm going to go through a few things. This is a rezoning, okay? If you're for it, you're for it. If you're against, you're against it. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to present to you what the project is. We'll go through all the details. I'm going to give everyone an opportunity to speak. If I have to stay here till midnight, I will. I'll answer all your questions. All I ask is this. Be respectful of each other, okay? I got everybody posting on Facebook, my kid's address, my kid's school, my house, my phone number. Here's my phone number, 704-363-7902.
Who are you? Introduce yourself.
My name is Jake Pennell, I'm the developer. I'm the developer of Lagoona Bay. I'm a resident in Cornelius. I have several different properties and businesses in Huntersville. I'm one of you. I'm not from outside coming in to destroy your town.
Where are you from?
You're not from here.
So allow me the opportunity to go through the presentation. 99% of you don't know anything about the project. You're reacting to what you saw and heard on Facebook. So we won't be able to get through the presentation. Everyone's going to keep yelling. You will all have your time to... I've never made a presentation of the project to someone, so if someone else has made it that I'm unaware of, then maybe you got information I didn't get. But I know a lot of you in here got all your information off of Facebook. And you had a couple people running around. So allow me the opportunity to show you what the project is, and then afterwards you can come up and speak, yell, call my names, whatever you want to do. Just give me that opportunity, okay? A couple questions. How many people in here live on the west side of 115? How many people here live on the east side of 115? How many people here have gone to the new Publix and enjoyed the convenience of the new Publix? Okay. How many people here have gone to Burkdale? How many people enjoy Burkdale?
Not anymore.
How many people would like to bulldoze it down and make a cow pasture back out of it?
Moved to Huntersville in '87 to be in the country.
Lagoona Bay, we're going to tell you everything about it. Lagoona Bay is a 10-acre, crystal clear body of water. The technology was invented by Crystal Lagoons, and they're developing them all over the country now. We got several in Florida, Texas. They got ones coming here to Columbia, Greenville, South Carolina. So you're going to see this product all over. We've been researching it for about 5 or 6 years. We're the first one to bring it to North Carolina. So this is the first project in North Carolina. We have the rights to do one more in South Charlotte. I'm Jake Pennell, Bipart Development. We did Bailey's Glen, and we're doing the Symphony Park project right down the street here, which is an independent lifestyle resort community. It's already been given 2 awards in design, and it's going to be one of the finest independent living for seniors in the Southeast. So we like to do quality projects because we live here. The Lagoona Bay location is the old, it is the Westmoreland Farm, 200 acres. It's also a piece of property on the corner of Black Farm and just a piece of property on Black Farm, and there's another parcel of land around 24 acres off of McCord Road. So what the project, it runs on both sides of 73. It's got the proposed Lagoona Bay. Lagoona Bay is not a splash park. It's not an amusement park. It's a country club, high-end resort. So as golf is kind of fading away with the younger generations not wanting to play as much golf as the baby boomers, a lot of the new lifestyle today is this Lagoona Bay Beach Club concept, where it's a beach and it's fun and it's more activity for the entire family. Where golf has mainly been a sport that men play, women play it as well, but it's primarily been played by men.
Does this qualify as going over the signs?
So it's got the Lagoona Bay, it's got a concept over it, which is mixed use, which is similar to Burkdale. The difference in this product here, we'll go into each phase of it, is that this is more primarily restaurants. It's got 250 lots, single family lots down below. These homes here will be anywhere between 900 million, 2 million, 3. These are all custom homes, there's no track builders in here. We have 300 apartments here, and we have 200 townhouses here. Price point on a townhouse is in the mid-5s up to 750. The condos in here will be in the 500 to 800 range. So it's not a track builder home that's coming into the community.
Wait, where's the hotel?
I'm sorry? The hotel is here. It's got a 35,000 square foot convention center.
And a convention center.
There's no wetlands. The wetland study's been there. So one of the things we do is we have professional engineers come in. So we don't build on wetlands. We don't break the rules. We have all the engineers come in. The town staff is here. They review all the stuff. So for those of you that think that we just come in and we just build on top of it, it's not. If it's classified wetlands, it would be, it's flagged. You can't build on it. This here is the area of Huntersville. The area in blue is within the town limits. The area that's in the brown is within their sphere. It's in the county, but it's in the Huntersville sphere jurisdiction. This will show you here, Highway 73 is the most unique east-west connector in the region. It's 38 miles long. It ties in 7 different towns. Lincolnton, Denver, Huntersville, Cornelius, Davidson, Kannapolis, and Concord. It's a major thoroughfare. It also crosses Highway 16. It crosses Highway 77. It connects to 85, and it connects to the Kannapolis Parkway. It connects to 485 at the south and 73. So Huntersville is from 485 to 73 within this area right in here. I came to this area in 1997. 1997, we were looking for property and projects. I was told, go to Huntersville because it's booming. It's a growth area. Burkdale was just under construction. North Lake, or North Stone was already in, just getting developed. There was a Burger King here. So anybody who's come here in the last 25 years who was told that Huntersville was an area that was going to be rural, lied to you. Because they knew 25 years ago this was one of the fastest growing areas in the area. The reason it slowed it down was the sewer was slow to get here. So you got everything on the 485 Beltway, all the way around that 10-mile radius, is developing from Pineville, Mint Hill, everywhere that has an exit, and sewer on 485 is developing. Cornelius is developing. Davidson is developing. Mooresville has developed. The Denver area is developed. You've got the big subdivision over here for the seniors. So the Trilogy, this whole area is developing and will continue to develop. The Carolinas and the Charlotte area is one of the fastest growing areas in the country. Now, believe it or not, I didn't create that. I didn't tell everybody to come over here to do this. So, developers are coming into this area. Everyone here who owns a large tract of land, I'm sure that you've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 different developers contact you for your land. And at some point, like the Westmoreland family, they're going to get to an age of retirement, they're going to sell it, and some development's going to come here. So the goal is, what type of development do you want, what adds value, and what's going to be the best for the community. But to say that nothing is going to be here, whether we develop or not, is wrong. Okay, so let's talk about roads, right? The roads. The way that North Carolina develops roads is it goes by a scoring system. NCDOT controls probably 90% of the roads throughout the whole state. Town of Huntersville has very few, Cornelius has very few. So the way you get NCDOT dollars is you have to have a crisis. So they do things backwards here. You have to develop it, create a traffic jam, and then you have to score high. If you score high, you get the dollars to do your roads. 25 years that I've been here, they haven't scored high enough to get any points. Very few roads have been corrected here. Today you see these green dots all over the region of all the road improvements. Highway 73 is fully funded and is fully engineered. They're starting the acquisition of the right-of-ways, and this will go into construction in 2026. I'll show you another slide to show you how it's going to be developed. If you've gone down 21 over near Dunkin' Donuts, you see the width of that road? That road will be widened from Mount Holly up to Stumptown. And then there's another project that's getting started from Stumptown. It'll take you all the way up to Westmoreland and Cornelius. It's all going to get widened. So all your roads are finally coming to get widened. The reason, how many people like the 77 toll lanes? The only reason that you're getting all these road improvements is from the bonus money. You got bonus allocation, so you're able to put that money towards NCDOT, and that's how you rose and got your scores and got all your roads. So over the next 4 or 5 years, you're going to see massive road construction. Get used to it, because in order to fix the road problem, they have to build the roads. In order to build the roads, they're going to create congestion.
As a developer, how much are you contributing?
On just the Symphony Park one, $1.2 million to put road improvements that will be torn out in 2026.
No, I mean, toward the hit, the 73, not what you're doing to Symphony Park.
We'll put turning lanes in on 73 right now, but because the project is right ahead of us, we'll put the improvements on West Wall and Black Farm Road. So we'll put millions of dollars in road.
No, she's talking about all the people that are moving in.
We'll go through questions. Just give me an opportunity to go through. We're not widening 73. The state is widening 73, and it's already planned to be. But this shows you all the different road projects that are going on.
Excuse me, for us who are not developers, what is bonus allocation and where do you get that from?
Bonus allocation, when they did 77, the way they sold it to all the residents was they said, we're going to give you dollars, but they call it bonus money. When they widened 77, they allocated this bonus money to the towns. Huntersville, Mooresville, Davidson, everybody got a part of it. And it was used to do your road widening. So a lot of you think that we have traffic issues. In reality, compared to other parts of the region and the state, we don't. And you can say that I'm full of shit, but the reality of it is if we did have that crisis, you would have had road improvements a long time ago. So we don't have the crisis that gets us the improvements that other parts. Okay, this is the 73 plan that's already been approved. It's going to be a super highway. It's going to be no right turn, no left turns. It's going to be right in, right out. 2026.
Started.
Okay. So you must work for density DOT. See, the problem is this. I'm trying to give you the facts, and people want to yell out, "It ain't gonna happen, it ain't gonna happen." Well, this is what is already, they're already out there acquiring right-of-ways. NCDOT is already out with survey people contacting property owners to buy a right-of-way to widen the road. It's fully funded, it's fully designed, and it's supposed to start in 2026. I don't personally work for NCDOT. This is the information we're getting. This is the information the town's getting. So this is coming. So you don't want to believe it, that's up to you. This is the design. I didn't create this design.
Sir, can I ask a question? So you're saying they're already planning to widen the road because there is an issue, like they have...
They're widening 73 from Highway 16 all the way to Concord.
Because they see an issue of 50, right?
Right.
So
Let me get finished presentation. We're not blowing it up because once it's wide, it'll handle the traffic. So this will show you, this is where Davidson Concord connects, right in here. Okay, this is a map. It shows you everything in this area that's been approved or is proposed. Ours is in the middle of it. Okay, this is the Publix that some of you love and hate. It's already got approved for single-family homes. It's got apartments in here. This is already approved and already is going under construction. You got a property up here off of Maze Road, already approved. Once the sewer allocation comes in, that's released. This one here is already under construction. You got another project here behind this building. And one thing I want to do too that I forgot, I want to thank Melissa and Nicole from this is going to be the future home of the Ambassador High School. So they're going to put a Catholic-based high school here in this building. They hope to have classrooms starting in the September of 2024. So anyone who wants to get involved and help these wonderful people out, they'd love to have your participation. No, it's a Christian-based high school. Christian. I don't know how much they're going to charge. I'm just telling you what they're doing. Okay, this project just went in. This is a Lennar one. Just went in here. This is a project that Classica Homes are doing. Million, $1 million, $1 million, $2 million, 3 homes. They're going right in here. Here's our proposed project here. Here's another project that's already in the development, that's already going in right here. So you can see all these projects that are already in the works.
With all this,
this one here this is in Kannapolis. This is right on the corner of 73 in Kannapolis, 8 miles down the street. 229 acres. It's got 900,000 square feet of retail. It's got about 600 residential homes and apartments. That's right down the street. Just goes to show you that all these towns along 73 are growing and expanding. So you can say, we don't want to, so your little strip will stay a farmland, but as soon as you get over the Huntersville border, it's all going to be developed. It's all going to continue to grow. So it's what do you want there? Do you want single-family tract houses? So the parcel we have right now is currently zoned transitional residential. Because you can put 1.5 homes per acre. So you can put about 450 residential homes on a property with no rezoning at all. Okay, we're going to get into the schools because that's another crisis. Everyone's talking about school system, school system. Charlotte-Mecklenburg school systems operates the same way as NCDOT. We don't build schools in advance. We build schools after we overpopulate every one of the schools in the region so we can justify building the school, so when we open that school, it's full. I was involved in a project at Bailey's Glen, worked closely with Charlotte-Mecklenburg. I said, why do you build, when they built Huff High, why do you build Huff High with 2,000 capacity and you're already putting 2,200 people into it? And they said, well, we don't want to build a school where it's half full. And so that's the process. They overpopulate the area, overpopulate the school, then they build a new school. They come up with some scenario that says we would add 272 students to their school system. Okay? I'm going to go into another thing about showing you how the younger people today are having fewer and fewer children than a lot of you in this age group that are here. Okay. And we'll make this available. I mean, I'll give you my email address too. I'm happy to send you all this information. We're having a video. We'll put it online so everybody can get a copy of it.
how many kids did you say you're anticipating yours?
Okay, Charlotte-Mecklenburg did this study. We didn't do it. They said that we would put 252 students into the school. They said we would put 27 into elementary school. We'd put 67 in middle school. We'd put 78 in the high school.
300 homes. How many homes a total and townhouses did you say?
That's what the Charlotte-Mecklenburg school system. So here's what I have to say. Okay, if the price point of the house is $1 million, $1 million, $1 million, $2 million, most of those homeowners are going to send their kids to private schools. So, the median household income, the median house value in Huntersville right now is around $420,000.
Let's make it more unaffordable for people.
So the people that are buying a million house are paying 2.5 times tax dollars, so it adds value. Our project, if approved, will put $8 million a year in tax dollars into the community.
Is that study just for the Lagoona Bay project, or is that for all of the projected development in Huntersville?
No, this is just Lagoona Bay. But when they come up to it, you look at we're a move-up buyer. When you look at the statistics, the regular statistics that everyone goes off of, people living in condominiums above retail typically don't have children. Apartments add the fewest amounts. So those of you that hate apartments, 320 apartments per CMS, that's 53 students. Okay, the town of Huntersville has 3 completely vacant sites for future schools. They've had them for years. They've done nothing. They got a $3 billion bond act to put together to build schools. How many are they building in Huntersville? How many are in the $3 billion proposal for new schools within the Mecklenburg area?
Even with that, if they say that say Huntersville Elementary is on that bond package, there's absolutely nothing that holds that 2 buildings Huntersville Elementary or replacing or
There's one right there, future middle school. There's one there, future high school. So you have a middle school, high school, and a future elementary school, and they're passing a $3 billion, trying to pass a $3 billion bond for future schools, and Huntersville is not on for any of them.
Huntersville's getting one down on across from the Methodist Church.
Charlotte Mecklenburg School System.
That's the middle school.
They are creating a plan and trying to pass a $3 billion bond to build schools in the Mecklenburg school area. Huntersville is not on that plan for anything. Okay, here's some more stuff you'll probably get a chuckle over because you don't like the statistics. Per the 2021 census.
That's so classic.
Okay.
He needed.
I'm sorry?
Where did you get the status? Since you're talking about statistics, where's the reference? Where did you get it from?
This one here came from 21 census. This one here, I'll show you more stuff on it. Okay, there's 4 different generations. Gen X, which is 11 to 26 years old. The Millennials, which are 27 to 42-year-olds. I'm sorry, Gen Z is the 11. Gen X is 43 to 59. The Boomers, which looks like quite a few are in the 59 to 77. And the Silent is 78 to 95 years old. When you develop a project today, you don't develop for baby boomers. You develop for the future generations, which is the Millennials and Gen Z.
They can't afford the houses.
Be there. Right. They're not going to be in there.
Okay. So when you look at the future generations coming up, they have the lowest birth rate since 1970. So they're not having more children.
They don't need a big
They're having
house.
fewer children. The Gen Z millennials have fewer children because of financial pressure and the desire for freedom. They don't want all the responsibilities and the maintenance that a lot of us did as we grew up. Percentage of millennials, mothers, is 22%. 1 in 5 millennials has children. The average number of children per household in 1967 was 3 or more. The average number of children per household today is 2 or less. I'll get you all the information on facts. It's all factual information. You can go and get it.
Sir,
Yeah.
do you have a stat on how many cars this project is going to add to our current roadway?
Yes. There's a traffic study. We have to do an entire traffic study of what it adds to the roadways. I'll get it for you. Okay, I don't have it in front of me right now, but I get it.
Of course you don't, because that's why we're here, is to hear that right there.
I didn't sit at home and say
Of course
Gen X
he didn't
does for
for you.
babies. I don't know how many babies they have. I pulled all this information. Gen X is the least apparent and new generation. They want freedom and independence, and most of them plan on quitting their jobs, according to the study. They don't like to work, they like to enjoy life. They like adventure, socializing, meaningful connections.
Your statistics
So
are
anybody who
wrong.
have children, you can understand.
Are millennials, and 58% of
All right, let's go to Lagoona Bay and we'll go through the residents.
It's called Google.
Yeah,
Single
going up
family
there,
or
going
custom
up there.
homes. Okay, they're single family. They're going to be on 40 and 50 foot wide lots. The average selling price for the house and lot will be $900,000 to $1,100,000, $1,200,000.
And how big are these homes, you said?
Condominiums will be in the $600,000 and up range. Townhouses will be higher end townhouses. They'll be in the $550,000 to $650,000 and up. Apartments will be luxury apartments, which will be above average rents you see in the area. Okay, the Lagoona Village is comparable to a Burkdale. The difference is that all of the different restaurants on the lower level, there will be no traffic in here. They drew a car there, but there's no traffic. And all of these restaurants will
How much
open.
is the rent?
What?
What's the rent?
What's the rent?
Yeah, it's senior village.
These are condos.
I know.
The rent for the apartments
Yeah.
will be on the higher end. I don't know what the rent's
What's that?
Average square footage right now is between $2 and $2.50 a foot per month, per square foot. The whole concept here is more of a gathering point. So I'm sure a lot of you don't know what a third place of being is, right? Third place of being is your home, second place is your work, third place of being is a place where you like to congregate, socialize with all your friends and hang out. Years ago, everyone used to hang out at the malls. Go to the malls, say you get shot, so now looking for other alternatives.
Way to burn your audience.
The village will have mainly restaurants, from small bistros, different foods from all around the country. So it'll be a place of all sorts of restaurants. These are all plazas. These areas here are all outdoor areas for people to gather. There's no foot traffic, there's no vehicle traffic in here. There'll be different events, art festivals out in this area. So it's going to be a really neat place to gather. All of this parking is overrated for what the requirement is. We saw the issue that Burkdale has and where you can't park. And instead of going to the minimum code requirement, we exceeded that by far. We also have future parking decks in our rezoning proposal, so if we need, we can go in here and we can build a parking deck to add more parking. Okay, so the hotel itself is going to be a higher end luxury hotel. We're working with a hotel that we're under a non-disclosure right now, but you'll be happy to see the type of hotel it is.
How many floors?
Trump Tower.
6. We have a 35,000 square foot convention center. So there's no place in the town, whether you go to Huntersville, Cornelius, or Davidson, for any type of gathering. So we got probably 450 people here. If we put down tables and stuff, we wouldn't have enough room to be able to hold an event. So it's desperately needed that we have a convention center and we have a place. So this one here is a private convention center adding value to the community. We have different events that people can come to, different business meetings, business people need. It would be free. You could walk in for free and walk through it, but if there was an event going on, it would be close to them.
So you're going to build the convention center.
Yes.
And then who's going to own the convention center?
Me. You too, if you want to invest in it. Okay, so the shop will have. I'll get to that in just a minute.
Wow.
So it'll have specialty shops, ice cream, chocolates, restaurants, all different type of foods. The wedding area. This is the European style. See how all of the area will have all these outdoor sitting areas for people to gather. So it's not just to go eat and leave. It's really a place to go and gather and hang out and spend 3, 4, 5 hours with all your friends and family.
Except the boomers, they don't want millennials either.
There'll be a co-working station. With COVID, everybody has got used to working at home or working in the office a few days and at home a lot. So there'll be an area here that there'll be this co-working where if you want to get out of the house, get away from the kids, you can go over here and work. So the few that do will go there. Okay, we have a themed hotel. It's going in. We talked about that. We talked about the village condos will be luxury, high-end condos. Okay, so here's the project. Here's Burkdale. Here's our project. 4 miles away. So if you complain about traffic, if you live in Cornelius, Huntersville in this area, Davidson, you can now go to this location and enjoy a great quality of life, and you don't have to go to Burkdale. All of you that go to Burkdale and enjoy Burkdale now have a parking space. So we're adding something here that adds value. It's comparable, so if you like Burkdale, you'll love this project. The area that we're showing, where this one would stand this side. Okay, so the news media says that Lagoona Bay is 5 times bigger than Burkdale. Bullshit.
Showing the locals, what do you think?
Right there is Burkdale, 47.87 acres. Okay, if you go on Polaris, Charmac.com Polaris, you can pull the same map up, and you can write it, and it tells you what the acreage is. I didn't put that in there, they put it in there for me. There's Lagoona Bay, 62.37.
What about the other side of 7?
The whole project, you're right. But this is the mixed-use project. Okay, but the whole project, right, but the whole project at Burkdale is all these homes and all the home across the street and all the land, which is about 600 acres.
Doesn't matter, they have 4 lanes, we have 2.
Right, but you're going to have 4 lanes. They're coming. It depends on what your lifetime is. If it's more than 4 years, it'll be here. If it's less than 4 years, it'll be here. Right. And South Charlotte is on their 3rd expansion. Right?
Well, build it there
now we're going
first.
to get into Lagoona Bay. We're going to go through Lagoona Bay. Lagoona Bay is not for everybody. Okay?
And definitely not all the people he's insulted tonight.
It's okay, and we'll get into the statistics of all the rich people. Huntersville is a very wealthy community. Okay, it's not a poor farm town. The average household income for the 2021 Census Bureau is $102,000 per household income. More than 40% of the households in Huntersville make $150,000 to more than $200,000. Okay, those are statistics. So it's a very wealthy community. Census Bureau 2021. All those statistics will be there.
Is that income
Did it
statistic
show you?
before or after tax and before or after
Doesn't take before
disposable
after taxes,
income?
gross income. So your gross household income is $102,000. Whatever you pay in taxes is between you and the government.
Right.
Okay, Lagoona Bay, this shows you the mass of what this big, beautiful, clear body. When you go and see one of these in Florida, if you've ever seen one, it's amazing to see. It's amazing just to drive by and just to see.
We've got Lake Norman, Lake Wiley. We've got
Okay,
four swim areas. Lake Wiley's an hour.
You can go there, but this is an option for other people in the community that may want a different quality of lifestyle. Like I said in the beginning, this isn't for everybody here.
Well, don't put it here. Don't put it here.
So you have Northstone Country Club, which is a wealthy community. It's a golf course community. So you can't go to golf unless you pay a membership. You have River Run, which is right across the street, and no, you can go there if you buy a membership, but you can't just go there just to go there.
So you're saying we can walk in and go there?
Probably one of my dogs.
We have to buy a membership for your plan, right?
So we'll go through and show you the Lagoona. It's an amazing new concept. It's an amazing quality of life for those of you that enjoy the beach. If you like the beach, the sand, in the summertime, from May until October, you are going to enjoy the hell out of this place. It's an absolute tropical resort. This tells you all the difference on how much less water it takes. This tells you about the crystal technology. You can go online and check it. This gives you an idea on how we come through the process. We've got urban design partners, Paul, Nolan working. We've got Housing Studios, Chuck Travis, and Alberto. So this is how we start to work on the theme. What are we going to have? So what you see here is going to have a clubhouse. It's going to have a tropical pool, so it has a full chlorine pool. It's got swim-up bars. It's got a food hall, which offers multiple food choices for the entire family. It's got fine dining. It's got a 30,000 square foot fitness facility, state-of-the-art fitness facility. It's got 6 tennis courts and 6 pickleball courts, so it accommodates them. It has beach volleyball. It has a kids camp for kids to come. The few that are being born can come and hang out, homework, and it's a place for kids to go and study, and that's well organized. It's got a daycare center, which is basically a babysitting center. For those of you that do want to work remote, can go to a remote work area right here, do your Zoom call, put your fancy shirt on, have your shorts and sandals on, do your Zoom call, finish up, go pick up the kids and go to the beach. But it's truly an amazing lifestyle.
Is this a club?
So,
Yeah.
Is this a club?
it's a country club.
How much a year?
So the resort fees, the membership fee will be between $5,000 and $10,000. Probably closer to $10,000 for a membership.
A year.
And you were just saying that
Initial membership is entry. If you can sell it, so it's an investment. It's not you get it, I keep it. You pay $10,000 for the membership. You can enjoy it. If you sell your house, you can sell your membership.
So this doesn't benefit lower income people in any way?
No, it does not. I'm not going to stand here and tell you it does. Like I said in the beginning, it does not suit everybody. But for those that it does, it's an amazing quality of life. Now you can go to the mixed use for the restaurant. This is a 40-acre resort. All well landscaped, well parked. It's a quality of life. How many of you belong to River Run Country Club? They charge $25,000 for a full membership.
That's why we
How many
don't
of you belong to Northland?
That's why we don't belong.
But they're not standing
That's
between us and
Northland's a
77.
membership club.
Yeah,
They
they're not
charge an
standing between
annual
us and
fee. They
77.
charge
Just trying to
dues.
right?
Win. How many belong to the Peninsula Club?
they're not
This is no
generating
different
a
than
lot
the
of
golf
traffic.
course
This is
Country
going
club,
to
but
be a
the golf
disaster
course is
every
gone,
single day.
and it's replaced with
Every day.
Clearwater Lagoon and a beach.
Do you have to live there to have a membership?
We're going to offer 1,500 memberships. We've got 1,000 units in here. The apartments don't qualify for that. And there'll be memberships available for those of you who want to join.
So 500 memberships for all of Huntersville that don't live there.
I'm sorry?
500 memberships will be sold for everybody in Huntersville that doesn't live there.
500 memberships will be sold to anybody who lives in Cornelius, Huntersville, Davidson, who wants to join and enjoy the Lagoon Bay Country Club.
Can you just go for a day without having
But this is for the community.
No, you cannot go in without a membership. Just like you can't go to River Run and golf on the golf course unless you're a member.
But you were just criticizing how bad that was because they had to pay to join the country club, and yet you're having the same thing. You're telling us you're just a glorified River Run or a glorified Northstone. And you're putting all this we want to know about the traffic. that you're going to, all these homes, all these people that are there with or without children. Children aren't driving. What's the traffic going to be like?
I'll go through and I'll show you. We have a trolley system that runs. And then here's the other thing.
I don't care if it runs in there. We need to get to work.
I understand a lot of people don't care, and that's why y'all came and showed me. The ones that do care aren't going to sit and stand up because they just don't want to be a part of this barrage of getting yelled at. But there are hundreds of people who have called and expressed an interest and love the concept, love the idea. All right.
There's one.
Do they know at the club?
Okay. So, if you live, and here who benefits, right? If you live in Northstone, 900 homes in Northstone. Right here is the entryway to Northstone. So you can come home from Northstone, go right up the street, you're at the Lagoon. You can ride a bike because we have a 10-foot multi-purpose path. You can go right over here and enjoy all this. So you don't have all this traffic. So 900 homes over here are not getting on the road and going to drive to Burlington.
What about all the wrecks on the Ford Road that happen monthly?
All the what?
All the wrecks.
Let me explain something to you. I'm building a Symphony Park project across the street. I go in and out, in and out, in and out 5-6 times a day. So I haven't encountered the 45 minutes to get out or the 45 minutes to drive anywhere.
Have you driven down
Okay, so if you live in River Run up in this area, if you live in the Davidson area up here, this is great for you. If you live in Willow Grove over here, which my friend Ms. Clark does, your property values will double.
Taxes double.
Is it 30 minutes?
Okay, so how about this?
You can stop it every 20 minutes.
Okay, you're a realtor? Okay, so let me ask a realtor question here. Okay, let me ask you a realtor question. What sells for a higher price per square foot? Burkdale homes, which exit right onto the busy 3-lane street where everyone gets killed, or Northstone Country Club. Comparable communities, both golf course communities. Which community sells for a higher per square foot? You're a realtor.
They're equivalent.
They're not. Burkdale. No, Burkdale sells. Northstone is. Wrong. Burkdale is. You're a realtor, do the comps. Okay. Well, you're in the hottest real estate market in the hottest area, and you don't know the difference that Burkdale draws a higher per square foot price than Northstone Country Club.
Mr. Pelosi, please excuse the interruption. If you're going to field questions from people not afforded a microphone, would you repeat their question or finish your presentation?
Right, let me finish and then they can ask questions. Thank you. All right, so this will go, okay. This is the lifestyle of the Lagoona Bay. It's all surrounded by sand, umbrellas. It's like being on the beach. These are all the different water sports and events that you can do in Lagoon. Okay? That's not skiing. Those are paddle boards. Okay? There's the club, the fitness, all sorts. These are all the different activities. In the summer months, from May through the end of September, we will run a trolley, which will go across the street to the apartments and townhouses. It'll go over to all the communities who have members. So if you live in River Run, we'll go to your clubhouse. If you live in Northstone, we'll go to your clubhouse. We won't take you to your house. If you live in Burkdale, we'll run within a 3-mile radius on a circle to take people to and from the Lagoon or the mixed-use project. Beach volleyball, yoga, all sorts of kayaks. We're going to do questions in the end. Snorkeling, all sorts of food, yoga, different events. There's an event field out near the, these are all the different activities that you can do around this amazing project. Okay, it's like being on a vacation in your suburb. These are artist renderings. They don't reflect it 100% as this project is designed, is moving. Gives you an idea. There's your hotel. There's your condominiums. A lot of these trees won't be there. You'll be looking out into the lagoon. These plazas in here will be where all the activity is. This is the clubhouse, the main clubhouse. This is an overview again. Okay, so now we're going to start to question. Okay, we're going to do this.
Where do you enter? Where are the entrances?
Where's the entrance to? The entrance to Lagoona Bay is right here. There's
Where's that?
Where's that?
Right off of Westmoreland. There's your parking lot.
Westmoreland.
Over 550 parking spaces are provided. Over here we have, I don't know, 12 or 1,300 parking spaces.
Is there only one entrance?
These homes are still here.
Yes. Exactly.
Why are you coming through Willowbrook?
Listen, I don't need to go through Willowbrook. Call the town up. I'll put a guard
How
up.
about Westmoreland?
Do it. How about Westmoreland where?
Where you enter?
These Westmoreland?
Yeah.
Those would be the most premium home sites in the whole area, overlooking Lagoona.
There's houses on there.
Right. But someone will probably pay you $700,000, $800,000 for your house there.
Well,
all right, so we're going to do this. All right, we're going to go and answer the question. And since Ms. Clark, who has been leading this by beautiful signs, posted my kids' address, posted their school. Okay, so posted all the stuff. You can have the first question. Okay. Let's get a microphone. We'll let Ms.
How about fire and emergency? Do we need a fire?
How about, you can have a chance, just 1 minute. We'll work with you. Like I said, I'm going to stay here all night long. I'll stay here and answer every single question everybody has, and I don't care how long I have to stay here. If we have to sit in the parking lot, they lock the doors here, and I'm going to answer your question. Go ahead, Ms. Wheeler.
I would like to know, is there a fireman in the room that can tell us about response times for the neighborhoods such as Willowbrook? Is it congested with traffic 24/7, as it's a two-lane road, and all those homes, the 250 that you see right there in the yellow, will be going through our neighborhood and probably to the convention center and so on. We have one way in, one way out. Is there a fireman in the room?
Ms. Clark, currently right now you have one way in, one way out, right?
That's all we have.
So you'll have one way in and one way out.
There's 100. There's not even 150.
So now you'll have an entrance in, an entrance out, all these access points to get out.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't drive through your mess to get out with the beach and the convention center.
I'm with you. I would hate riding by $1 million houses in the beach. Okay.
Right.
One question. Thank you.
Okay, take a shot. He's insulted.
Hi. I have a bunch, but I'm going to condense this date. Oh, can we stand up?
Please.
My name is Nancy Crane. I'm in Willowbrook. I used to be a land broker, commercial realtor, and I bought and sold land. Plus, I did work with the EPA.
What's the question?
Well, I'm letting you know what I'm now.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
We care.
What
We care.
type of environmental studies have you done? And what kind of traffic studies? What kind of emergency response?
That's right.
And in addition to that, how much land are you going to leave space for animals?
Right.
Instead of clear cutting everything. Also the tree canopies. And you know Charlotte rates the lowest in the state as far as their destruction of natural resources. They're in the top 10 in the country. And trees provide oxygen. They also filter the air.
All right, so what is the question?
I've asked you several. What environmental studies?
So we do a complete environmental study. It's
Which one?
We do a wetland environmental study, okay? We do a traffic study. We have to do a whole traffic report. It costs over $100,000.
The wetland studies I've had done, they take a while. Have you started it?
Yes, it's already been done for 2 or 3 houses per acre.
I think the concern here in the community is how it's going to affect everybody at large, the business owners, the people who already have event centers. like Magnolia Woods, and there are others where people are holding weddings like Northstone, and there's other restaurants. There's a lot of factors at play. It's not just, right, but it does affect all the people who live and work in this community.
Right.
And that's what the concern is, I think.
Add more jobs to the community. It's not gonna, so Magnolia's not big enough to hold an event.
I have minimum wage.
We do stuff at Magnolia. I helped Magnolia do some work over them. I got started. Northstone Country Club, great community. We just did the wine event for the Rotary Club. Wasn't big enough to house enough people. They had to cut it short. So we have a shortage of facilities that are big enough. If you're doing a venue of a wedding and you're going to have 200 people, Magnolia's a place to go. You're not going to go to the convention center hall. You're going to pick and choose. You know how many event centers and stuff there are over the place? People have an option to where they want to go. That's what is unique. Those that want to make choices have choices. This is another choice in the community. So you can complain, I can't get in Burkdale, and you don't go there anymore, and you can rant and rave and chase this project out, and then you won't have anywhere to go. But if you bring it in, it offers an opportunity to enrich the lifestyle here. Now, if you like staying in the house and posting on Facebook all day, that's your gig. You're not going to come over here. You're not going to be near the lagoon. You're going to stay here. Now, we'll have a workstation where you can get on there. But you know what I mean? If you want to stay at home and you just want... Here's a good question. How many people here moved down from the north? Okay? 6 months out of the year, it's cold, nasty, snowing, icy rain. You got to get up, shovel your driveway, scrape your car off, drive on slippery roads at 10 miles an hour. Takes you an hour to get to work, happy as hell. You come here to Charlotte, blue skies, great weather, and you're mad as hell because there's 2 cars in front of you. I don't understand that. I drive the roads all day long. I probably put 50,000 miles on my car all over the community. I don't understand what everybody is so upset that you want to compromise your lifestyle because of traffic. Go ahead.
Had our hand raised for a long time.
Real quick, then we're going to go back to her. You're next. Go ahead. Let's get the
The entrance going to be going through Willowbrook
That's all I have. That's the only thing I have.
Where through Willowbrook are you putting the road? Are you putting up your road?
I'm not. I'm putting a connector. You know the dead end right here? The reason there's a dead end right there is when the project was developed, the town required connectivity. I didn't put the road there. The town says, Jake, you have to connect to that.
Well, Willowbrook's up.
All right, then get it. Okay, Willowbrook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a guardrail there.
There is one there now.
I'm going to put a guardrail there, and then the town can say to take it down and leave it up. I don't need to go through Willowbrook. I don't want to go through. Okay.
Are we just going to stay in our house and not have activities and not have quality of life because of traffic? You said that about the Willowbrook people, and that really broke my heart. You would say something like that.
So I didn't say that about the Willowbrook people because they didn't ask me the question about specific Willowbrook people. I said traffic is a part of life. If you move to this area, you moved here for the growth and everything was going around.
No, we moved to Willowbrook because it was
okay, but you moved to the region. So if you moved here in the last 25 years, you didn't read anything that says this area was growing.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
We moved here 2 years ago from the north. We were able to find a home in Willowbrook where it is quiet. The people are nice. You're able to walk in the street. People walk their pets in the street. The kids are able to play in the street. You have traffic going down the street. That is all going away. We don't have any crime.
Okay. Where'd you move from, ma'am?
Connecticut.
Oh. And when you moved down from Connecticut, did you do any research in the area to see how fast it was growing?
Absolutely. We were told that our community in Huntersville, the Huntersville community was the best place to live.
Okay. Okay, next question. Let's get the mic up there.
Excuse me, sir, I'd like to ask one.
Okay, I got to get this lady who's been standing up there.
Sure,
All right, go ahead, real quick. But that's left. Grab the mic. Ask your question, get the mic. This woman has been asking over there.
You're being very rude for someone. You keep saying, hang on, you keep saying that you're doing this for the people here in Huntersville.
All right, ask your question,
I think the major majority here does not want it. And here's the other thing.
70,000 people in Huntersville.
The electric bill, the water bill, the sewer bill, the education bill, it's all going to go up because of what you're doing. And the only people that are going to access that are the people in the towns above us, not the people that are living here in this area in Huntersville. So you would prefer to manage a residential neighborhood for your profit.
Yes, I'm extremely, I agree.
I'm glad you agree, sir. And you also are going to own all those restaurants, the hotel. This is all a money-making scheme for you.
And the Westmoreland family.
Taking advantage of the people that live here, that pay their money to come here, just so that you can have your own little Disney World.
Yeah. All of the people that are coming, it's been on, it was on the news. Go to Charlotte, North Carolina, because Jake Little developed. Okay. And how is your electric bill going to go? You paying for any of that? You will. So we're going to hook into your meter. We'll hook into your meter. Go ahead. What's your next question? No, I apologize for getting rude. But after about 2 hours of this nonsense, it's really. Go ahead. What's next? Go ahead.
Okay. All right, hold on, guys. I have a question. What's going to happen to the lagoon if you cannot sell the property that you need to sell to keep it occupied? What's going to be the negative, the drawback for everybody that's around when it's going to be dealing with the construction? There will be extra traffic with the construction. That's going to take some time.
Once the project starts, it has to be fully financed. We don't start little pieces. If we don't have the whole project financed, we don't start.
I asked the question of timing and you couldn't answer.
Blow up like it did in 2009.
We're about to go into a recession.
Yes.
So, but this is
what's the contingency plan?
We're like at that cusp of going down. And I mean, your sales pitch is really, you're talking about the future. Well, I'm in that age group of the future, and I can't afford that. So, what's going to happen when my generation?
No, wait. You can afford it because you may not be able. You may not be able to go to the lagoon. This is your lifestyle right here. You're the age group.
But at the very beginning, in order for you to make back, if we talk about business, in order for you to make back the money, it's going to have to be high in the beginning. And then what's going to happen is like North Lake Mall, it's going to drop down. So how are you going to keep this at a very upscale level where it stays that way and it doesn't decline? And right now, we're, like I said, going to
so
recession.
So do you consider Birkdale to be upscale?
No.
It's
not like that's going to be.
Birkdale's a beautiful community.
It is.
Birkdale's been here for about 22 years.
But it's not as going to be as upscale as that. And the prices that you're talking about, I mean, that will, you know, I live right off Maze Road. I'm not going to be able to afford that. And there's not many people around here that are going to be able to afford that. Now, 2 household incomes, maybe. But I mean, right now, you're giving us a sales pitch that is going to affect most of the people here. And it's a really cool concept. I really love it. But it's going to negatively affect, because one, we can't afford it, and we're in the middle class medium, and 2, it's going to affect a lot of that traffic, which is a huge concern, and it's also going to affect the generations coming up, because you can't even give us the facts on if it's going to maintain this upscale facility that you're
We're developing it to maintain an upscale community, so I can't tell you we're not going to build it to abandon it. We're developing to maintain an upscale community. The membership, the revenue will continue to draw. So yes, not like I said in the very beginning, I'll say it 100 more times. The project is not for everybody. Just like country clubs are not for everybody, there's a lot of businesses and stuff in the area that are not for everybody. There's a lot of fine restaurants that people can't afford to go have dinner there. We don't close their door. Everybody in life has the ability to work through. I have a 10th grade education. No one gave me anything I have. Okay? So everybody has the ability to work and and make what they want in this country, which makes this country so unique. Wherever you're at, you have the ability to do more. You have that. But to go and say, well, rich people shouldn't have activities because it's wrong.
Nobody's saying that.
We just want the zoning to stay the same.
What's the next question?
Okay, so I kind of had a similar situation to her, that my main concern, I'm a mother of 3, that this will be built near, and how do you have any data or proof to show that it's sustainable and it will become a dump and something like North Lake Mall, where we can't even go to anymore, because that's terrifying that something this big you cannot guarantee.
I can guarantee you this, okay? It's not open to the public, to where anybody can come and destroy
What
it.
happens when
We're
your
North Lake
rich
Mall.
people, your 1%, aren't purchasing it because they'd rather go to Florida like you're trying to sell them on doing here because they have the money to go on vacation.
You're asking a question no one has the answer to.
So yes, so why is this a good idea for the community? If you can't even prove that it's sustainable, and then you're going to start selling day passes for $35, and we're going to have people coming in from every end.
You're asking a question. Okay, you're right. I can't answer because you're right. There is no answer to it. So what happens to Burkdale's economy? You're closing all those stores on Gallup.
It's not taking up a huge space like this with a
It's the same thing as that. It's the same as any development. What happened? Okay. What happened in North Lake Mall now that it's in bankruptcy and it's going out? Big piece of property. Okay. All right. Who's next? No. It's my meeting, not yours. Go ahead.
Hi, I have another question. Okay, my name is Kate. I am the president of the Willow Grove HOA. This is very much something that is going to impact our neighborhood. One big thing, I think one of our other neighbors already mentioned, we are on private sewer. So yes, that might be a benefit that maybe we can go to the town sewer instead.
So you're right. I forgot about that when they said about the sewer. Once this sewer comes up, you'll be able to connect right here from the private system.
Right. So Aqua does have to pay it out. So my question to you is, what is going to keep your $1 million properties from becoming VRBOs and Airbnbs? You said that the other project.
It'll be in the HOA. You have an HOA?
Yes. So you're going to restrict
Yes.
it?
Oh, yeah.
No quality community wants VRBOs coming in. Go ahead, I'm sorry, your turn?
I have a question. So is the Lagoona going to be fenced around or not?
Yes.
And how will you keep people, so it will be, correct? So the Burkdale aspect of this, as a teenager local community, I'm excited at the fact that we may have another option to go to hang out at. Personally, Burkdale is kind of hard to get to, even though it's a 2-minute drive. Yes, there's traffic, there's not 4 hours of traffic though. So it's a place to go, eat restaurants, Huntersville has pizza places. So I'm excited for the fact that we're going to have more places to eat and hang out. But how are you going to keep people out of the lagoon? How do you keep people out of the lagoon that are not, don't have passes to it?
Oh, it'll be all fenced in. It'll be all fenced in and monitored. And you're the type of person right now that I can picture in the lagoon.
So if you're going to restrict the lagoon to these 500 people, correct? Then are outside, not living in the lagoon.
It'll be 1,500 memberships.
Okay, and then, but like, your other attraction is more the Burkdale side, correct?
Right.
So having these shops and stuff, that's the part that if I would still be around when this community built, I probably won't be. But that's the part that attracted me in my age group, which is up and running, correct?
Exactly.
That's the Burkdale part.
Now, also though, in your literature, you say the hotel will have access to the lagoon.
Yes, the hotel will be able to sell day passes for this.
So there is day passes.
Right, wait.
Okay.
This little area will be for a hotel guest, for a day pass for this restricted area, for a hotel guest only. So you can't go into the hotel and buy a guest. Now, the hotel rates in here are higher end, these will be around $300 a night. So if you want to spend $300 a night to pay $35 for a day pass, yes, you can get to this little restricted area right there.
With so much water over there, how much are you looking at safety and security from the perspective of obviously kids, but then also human trafficking is a huge issue going up and down the 85, 77 corridor. You got a lagoon, you've got a hotel, you got a conference center, that's where it happens. Have you thought about those things?
That's why we need to support our police department and pay them more money. Okay? Yes.
You moved to any neighborhood, there's gonna be fucking crime.
Yeah, I thought
You
about
moved to any
trafficking.
neighborhood, there's gonna be fucking crime.
Okay, how many people know business in here being trafficked? Yes.
Yes.
How many know actively? Because if you do, we have officers here. Let's find out who these people are. Let's go see.
At any convention.
But it's not gonna happen at a country club community where you know.
Yes, it will. It will. It happens in hotels. It happens at convention centers.
Okay, so
if you have both right there. Yes.
Northstone Country Club is trafficking people. River.
We're not talking. There are missing children. Yes.
Who's next?
Here, sure, right here.
Who's got the microphone?
Here. Okay, here, right here.
Right there.
Right here.
All right, go ahead.
Here. So, I live in Willow Breeze. Willowbrook. I live in Willowbrook.
Yes.
And my biggest concern is the road. And I know you've been hearing that a lot. I have 2 kids, and I know if we open that to public traffic, it's going to be crazy because now we have a 25 speed limit. It'll be the same people. I'm sure you're aware of this. They don't drive speed limit. You go like 30, 50 over 25. So, and you mentioned that you're going to close that. I mean, right now there's a guardrail right there.
It's up to the town. It's up to the town. The town wants connectivity. But here's what I would tell you this. No one will be exiting out here because when this road is done, all you can do is right in. So you couldn't cut through here and make a left turn. When you come out here, the only thing you can do is make a right turn. The way the road is designed, you have to make right turns and then do U-turns to go back. Now, is there a possibility somebody coming this way would cut through the community, come here? Yes, but the likelihood is that they would come here because this is going to be a wider boulevard going through. But yes, that is a valid concern. Anyone making a right into your community could do that. But I don't know why they would make a right when they can go right here in a wider access point.
That's a good question. So where do you see? Do you see me there, or you can only picture it for the young generation now?
Do I see you there?
Do you see me there?
I see you there. Listen, I see everybody who wants to be a part of it there. I don't know what your financial structure is, but it's for everybody. So we don't have a scorecard that says, you don't fit, you fit. It's a membership community. All that are welcome to the membership as well.
What about the teachers that you were just speaking so highly of? Are they going to be able to go?
I'll be happy to pay more tax dollars if you convince the town to raise taxes and pay teachers or police officers more money. No teacher or police officer should have to have affordable housing. They should be able to afford housing in our community. They should not be risking their lives and taking the time to educate our kids.
But they can't
play here. Someone who works in a bank, in an office, or wherever they work with the same education makes twice as much money as them. It's wrong.
And they can't play here.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, who's next?
I have a few questions and I apologize. And maybe you can explain this and I did not catch it. Somebody did ask, and yes, the hotel, you can buy a day pass.
Yes.
Okay. All of the apartments and the townhomes, do they have
They buy
access
memberships.
to that?
They buy a membership. They do.
Oh, so one of the 500 memberships available?
There's 1,500 memberships. So where everyone gets mixed up is 1,000 of them, or not even 1,000, it's less than that. So it's about 700 of them are reserved for the houses. If they buy a lot and they pass, that membership's available. So if you come in and you're buying a house and a lot, I'm reserving a membership for each one of these lots. If you come in and buy a townhouse, I'm reserving a membership for you. When you buy and close, we're going to say, man, would you like to buy the membership? No. The membership's available. So you're going to have really about 700 open memberships that will be available to the public right away. But if these people pass, those memberships, so it's 1,500 memberships, but I have to save a membership for each lot. In fairness, I'm going to have you come in and buy a lot and say, you know, I can't give you a membership. So we don't do that.
So I guess I'm just not really sure.
And it's transferable, so when you leave, you can sell your membership just like you do at any of these countries.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not really sure exactly what your concept is, because you're very excited about high property values and how luxurious and exclusive it's going to be, but then you're having a hotel and a convention center, which to me doesn't seem like they're conducive to each other.
So the mistake Burkdale made is for going for an office way, not a hotel. Because hotels in these lifestyle centers are some of the highest grossing. So someone who's going to come here, are you going to go stay behind Dunkin' Donuts? Or are you going to come here and you're going to be in a luxury hotel and all of this stuff here? So when you travel, do you look for a hotel that has all sorts of stuff next to it? Or do you find one that's out in the middle of nowhere? So if you're coming here, you're going to recommend to someone who's coming to visit you. Where would you send? If they said, I want a very nice hotel, where would you send them? Would you say, oh, come over here? Or would you say, go behind Dunkin' Donuts to the Hampton Inn?
I understand that you're saying there's going to be a very nice hotel. I'm saying it doesn't make a lot of sense to me that all of your custom-built homes want to be next to the luxury hotel and convention center. I'm confused by that.
So if you go to Phillips Place, they have a Hampton Inn. #1 gross in Hampton Inn. You go down to a place called Kingsley down in Fort Mill. They just did a development. They put a hotel right in the end. All of these hotels thrive. So this is all the way at the end over here. So these people are all part of all this. So that hotel is it's not a Red Roof Inn. When I disclose the franchise we're bringing there, you're all going to like it. It has a rooftop bar and hotel for everyone to go, so you can go into the restaurant.
Okay, I guess we're just not on the same page, so let's skip that. No, but you've mentioned how the roads are NCDOT's fault for coming too late to do them, and the schools are CMS's fault for coming too late to do them. But as somebody that has lived in this area for 20 years, that did not move into a neighborhood because I did not want to live in a neighborhood, and I do not live next to apartments because I don't want to live next to apartments. All of that aside, the reason I have stayed in my house, even though traffic has gotten ridiculous for my 2-lane Westmoreland Road, is because our schools right here are great. And you've said that these people are not going to want to go to public school, but I just want you to understand that the school districts are going to change. And so all the other people that live in the nice homes that just aren't in this project probably had a little bit to do with the schools in the area. I mean, there's a reason that North Met is not at capacity, and there's a reason the Huff is.
Okay, so I'm not the cause of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg school system. So if you guys chase me away and I go home, someone else is going to develop a project. So we went back to developing all these projects, right?
Well, let's do some single-family homes, not this.
Well, can't we just keep the zoning the same? That's all we're asking.
Yes.
You tell that to a Westmoreland family who's been a part of this town for 50 years, who now wants to retire and sell his land.
And I've been here for 40. I understand.
This project right here is right behind you. Okay? That's 168 lots right there, right? There's a project that's approved right here off of Mace Road. That's going in. There's this project that's approved. This one is under development, right? So these are all coming in, this is all developed. So you're going to get housing. This land will be sold and will be developed. Whether it's 500 homes, 200 homes, it's going to be developed.
I understand.
And it's going to still...
I would much rather it's 200 homes instead of 500.
Right. But the price of the land over here... But no one is going to... If you look at all these lands here, you see the density, here you see the density. No one's going to take 270 acres of land and buy this for 500 homes. They're going to go in and try to get 700, 800 homes utilized the land. You can't develop a lot and put the infrastructure in and buy a piece of land for a property land. So you're going to get that no matter what. The difference that we're offering here is, do you want what we have to offer? is this add more value, especially here on West 1, one of these beautiful homes that were built here.
It doesn't offer
that
any
are
value.
quality. This adds to the value of the property. It's not going to. Well, I understand that, but here's the philosophy. Whenever you move in an area and you see a farm field, always anticipate something's going to be in there. It's not always going to be a farm. Okay? So to come in and say, well, geez, I moved next to this farm, and the farmer says, well, I want to develop it, I want X amount of millions of dollars to the developer, and you come in and say, wait a second, I bought a farm. So the philosophy always is, whatever's next to you can always be something. So if you want to know what's next to you, move in a community where the houses are next to you, so you already know going into what it is.
I'm a North Stone resident and have been for 20 years now. My kids have all grown up there, and we love it because it's all like a family neighborhood. And you know, with the growth around, we've already seen like all the farms go away, and we miss that. And, you know, it's changing. But the problem I have with several things is with all this growth, it also leads back to the firefighters. My brother-in-law is a firefighter. And I know a lot of the initiatives are right now, it's like, you know, child care. I mean, and, you know, where these people can live. You know, are you providing any places for low-income housing?
No.
Well, you don't have to, or you don't want to, or?
It's not that I don't have to, because we're looking for opportunities to put low-income housing. But I can't put low-income housing here. Just like you live in Northstone, there's no low-income housing in Northstone. But they're still at a premium, so they're not considered low-income housing. So I like when everybody, it's all for low-income housing as long as it's not next to me.
But as a resident who really appreciates the teachers, the firefighters, and I want them to live close to home and close to where they work and be able to afford that. It's really hard to say.
Let me tell you, I'm the biggest supporter of paying police and teachers.
But what I'm saying is, as a resident and as a mother, you know, I want these people to be able to enjoy every part of the community they can because they're paying taxes as well.
Okay. So when the town puts a budget out and raises taxes to give teachers and police a pay, don't object to it. Don't come out here screaming, pay it, and let's let them get a wage to where we don't have to make affordable housing for the most important people in our community, teachers and police officers.
Absolutely. I 100% agree, but I'm saying...
That to me is the biggest joke in every community I go in. They say, oh, we got to do affordable housing for our police officers.
You should provide some child care centers there.
There is. There's a
There's a daycare for the 1%.
There's a workstation with the babysitting area. So we are providing that for mothers that are working at home or fathers. They can drop the kids off for 4 hours. They can go. No, Northstone is going to be the biggest beneficiary out of this if this project goes. Because your community is kind of closed and secluded, and you're within a bicycle ride to get here or a walk.
Is the child care going to be discounted for your workers?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to have the child care discounted?
I don't know. Right now, what I'm trying to do is get
there's
through
no
this
way.
community meeting. I haven't thought about what we're going to charge for child care. I'd love to answer all your questions, but you understand, I don't know. I don't know what the price for burgers is going to be or any of the stuff. I don't know that.
I understand.
You know, I mean, I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but I don't know what the price of daycare is going to be.
Quick question. The connector from McCord Road and Westmoreland, I saw a proposed Road 7. There was a dead end there. Have you been speaking to any of the adjacent property owners there?
Road 7. Where are you talking about?
Down there in the McCord Road.
This?
No.
This?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. I hate these. But the town makes you put them in there. They like connectivity. They want cars to drive through.
Have you spoken to any of the property owners?
No, because I don't anticipate. Whoever buys that piece of property, that's a large parcel of land.
Yes.
Whoever buys that can connect to it just like this is right here. So this is a requirement that you have to put, just like this connector right here, right? There's a connector right there, and I own all this property. So there's a connector that goes to me where we have large houses built.
I guess my question was, do you perceive a future project where you would connect all?
I have no idea. That homeowner comes up and says, side of the land may be a possibility. And I don't know yet how much I'm willing to pay for it. So, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. I agree there is always going to be growth. And I agree the young kids would like to see some more activities and I like the idea of having more to do and having places to go. What gets me though is why do we have apartments and high density?
Okay.
What's the benefit?
You will continue to get apartments as long as they stay 94% occupied or more. Because Gen Z and millennials prefer a more freedom lifestyle. They don't want to. So there's a lot of value. People enjoy renting. I myself, I like to own. I want to own. I lived in an apartment when I was younger. I lived in an apartment when I moved here. But people that come for apartments, how many people have ever gone to an apartment complex and saw a traffic jam? You don't even see cars going in and out of them. I mean,
I disagree. I think people can't afford it, but mainly bad credit. I think...
No. You can't get an apartment with bad credit around here.
No, I know. I think that they can't get the home, so they have to go into apartments because they can't afford the home.
So if we get rid of apartments, we get rid of those people?
No, I think we should make some affordable homes. I don't think they should be low-income homes, but I think that we should be a little bit more creative.
Let me tell you something.
Than what we do.
I'll guarantee you all right here, if I told you these were going to be affordable apartments, you'd be coming after me with shock. No, we don't want to. No, we want affordable. Not right there. No.
She was talking about homes.
I don't know how to win.
I was talking about being creative.
From Catawba and 73 to Target, there's 7 apartment complexes with over 2,100 units all full. Who's next? Go ahead. Where's the mic?
I don't really need it. Public high school teacher at Hobb. I live in adjacent property in Peyton Pond on the main side. My question is concrete in the sense of what distance around the entire development will have environmental studies, watershed, because, hold on, because we are currently in Pages Pond experiencing increased water runoff because of the impervious surfaces that have been created because of the water. With the apartments and the townhouses, the watershed in that area flows to the Pages Pond. Our current dam is compromised. So the downflow then runs to Stanley Way, jeopardizing all those homes. On the 73 side of Pages Pond, we are also on septic. With the increased water runoff, it then makes our homes potentially condemned because of septic in the land, inability to accept septic drainage. So, how far will the extension around the development, how far will you guys go along the entire perimeter studying?
First of all, thank you for being a teacher and up high. Yeah. Okay, so you were developed, Pages Pond was developed prior to a lot of construction requirements and new requirements. So if you see all of these blue areas, those are all retention ponds. What we do, all of these, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So all of these, the way that, and Huntersville is one of the toughest. We have to treat the water that comes out. So in all of ours, we're going to make most of these what they call wet ponds, where it maintains water. The way the rules work is any developed water on our land has to be contained in our land.
It's not developed water. It's the impervious runoff as a result.
But I can only maintain the property I own. Any property we own has to drain.
Also, just being a good neighbor as a development.
Right.
What are you
But our
gonna
water,
do
Our water is not allowed to leave the property. All the water. Well, yeah.
With the impervious surface. So my
I'll talk to him tonight about letting up on water.
My question is, how far out? I need a specific.
I understand, but how far out what? We only study this area here that we're required to study. All of our water has to stay within our project being treated. We don't study over here because we don't control any of this. We don't control Page's Pond down the street. Anything in our development has to be contained on our development. So I promise you that our water won't go on your property. I have no idea. It's 27 years. Okay, so let me ask a question. It doesn't matter how much pervious is because anything we have is contained on our property. All of this has to be contained on our land. Our water does not leave yours. Our property can get your property.
No, I know the lagoons, the riparian buffers. It's the parking lot, the roofs. My question
It all has to go into our basin.
How far out beyond will the environmental study?
It doesn't. Zero. To our property line. Any water in this parking lot goes to catch basins and drains, which goes into these two basins.
James, can I help?
You certainly may. Come and join me here.
Paul Pennell with our design partners, we're the ones that are going through a lot of the engineering study for this. So we've studied all of the impervious area that we're currently proposing here. So all of that runoff in impervious and pervious surfaces will be collected within a contained stormwater system that will collect all the water that drops on site. It will be, it's not really how far out you go, it's all determined by individual smaller drainage areas within the overall property boundary. So those drainage areas have been identified, and they all go to these blue ponds that Jake was noting just a moment ago. Stormwater will be collected within those ponds. Particulate matter, pollution will settle out in those ponds over a series of days. And then the water that is cleaner than when it came in will slowly be released into the creek system. So that's a 1982 Clean Water Act. That's what everyone does.
Environmental science. So with the increase in the water table and those of us that are on septic, and our land is already compromised because of the development of public. Our land is not absorbing our septic effluent. So with this increase, effluent from all of those impervious surfaces, the riparian buffers, cleaning the water, nature taking its course. We have a pond with a compromised state that then exits north, Scanlon Way. My question is, as you propose, you want to be the neighbor. I grew up here, I'm in Texas. I lived here, I went away to college before taking it 25. Growth is here, smart growth is better. But there's also, there needs to be a lot of brand of being a good neighbor. How are you going to be a good neighbor to the community and help us protect our property? Our land is condemned, and then filter in.
I don't know property owners, so there's no way I can possibly help you. I can't take your drainage, your water to my basins.
So how is the public and that element of doing environmental
Publix has all their detention on their stormwater and their property as well.
Right, but their impact is currently being studied in our
That I don't know.
So, any kind of help? How can you guys improve the water?
What's that?
The town, so we're in the
Mike
EPJ.
McIntyre. Give Mike McIntyre a question. He can answer those questions. Okay?
Is he with the town of Huntersville?
Town of Huntersville. Go ahead.
So I live in the upper northwest corner of this development.
Where that at?
Moved down here from Illinois, been northwest all the way right there. Thank you.
Okay.
Bought a 4-acre lot about 9 months ago. Backed up to a farm. Knew there was going to be development. The subdivision across the street from me, nice, open space, nice little sidewalks and walkways. The homes that are all along Mays Road, lots of space, even the neighborhoods that are there, they're nice, like $1 million homes, lots of space. Why are you putting apartments, townhomes on the north end? Why aren't we doing $2 million homes on the north end too? Why so much?
If you live right here,
yes,
okay, in this area, go straight up, you got that big Simonini Maze project, 168 homes on 92 acres.
Yes.
You go down the street a little bit, that 9 lot is mine. We're putting those 9 little custom lots. Go around the corner, Bailey's Glen is ours. You go down the street, and they've got another subdivision on Maze that's going in.
Yeah, why not a subdivision on the north side? Why are we jamming apartments? I mean, traffic's already an issue. We've all talked about that.
These are townhouses. This is, 73 is a major thoroughfare corridor. It's a commercial corridor. It's not a residential.
Answer the question, why apartment?
I promise you.
Why apartment?
So what was the decision to put all that density on the north side?
The decision is to utilize basically on the price of the land to get enough density so all of this works.
Why not do density in the other places as well? I mean, I don't understand.
We do. We have density here.
I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm just asking why. I want $1 million homes by my house. How do we get that done?
So find who's got the land for sale.
I'm talking to them.
Okay.
Put it up there.
If
there's two apartments in town, it's crazy.
There's a big piece of property right here. It's on this side. What about 4 stories, right? They overlook the lagoon, the view. This.
Yeah, it's too much density. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay. Okay, who's got another question? Go ahead.
You're saying the 7 houses that's already there on the Westmoreland Road in front of the lagoon is going to be prime property, right?
Absolutely.
What is the noise level going to be for those residents and the lights from the courts?
The town requires to have different lighting, so there's a restriction on what the town will allow you for lighting. I'd be more than happy to buy all those homes if they want to sell them to me. So if you're unhappy there, I'll be happy to buy them. Who else? Go ahead.